Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we're going to first look at Edu already completing £27 million deal for Arsenal's own Virgil van Dijk to replace David Luiz, and then we're going to look at Matteo Guendouzi's stance on Arsenal's future after fresh transfer interest. So the first transfer headline states that Edu has already completed £27 million deal for Arsenal's own Virgil van Dijk to replace David Luiz. So the reports are stating that there is a young centre-back already at the club that has shown he is more than capable of forcing his way into Mikel Arteta's plans at the Emirates Stadium. In the summer of 2019, Arsenal signed highly sought-after defender William Saliba from Saint Etienne for £27 million. The young centre-back was heralded as a fantastic coup by many within the French game. However, almost 2 years on, and the 20-year-old is still yet to make his Arsenal debut. Last season, William Saliba enjoyed a successful loan spell with Saint Etienne, overcoming a couple of injuries to make 17 appearances in all competitions and helped guide his side to a French Cup final against PSG, an impressive feat for a teenager. Arsenal fans were excited to see William Saliba's integration into the team under Mikel Arteta's tutelage, but it hasn't worked quite out that way. The Spaniard didn't register his young defender in any squads for this season, and William Saliba ended up making a number of appearances for Arsenal's under-23s team instead. In January, all parties agreed it was best for William Saliba to have another loan spell in France, and he joined Ligue 1 side Nice for the remainder of the season. He has since made 18 appearances for the Eagles, but he has shown the maturity to play in the Premier League. William Saliba possesses an abundance of pace, an attribute that the current Arsenal backline severely lack. The Frenchman often can get his teammates out of trouble by springing back in transition and stopping an impending opposition attack. At 6'4", William Saliba also has a large aerial presence and never shies away from a battle to win a header. William Saliba's former youth coach, Gianluca Vinucci, told The Telegraph, "My first impression was that this was the biggest man of his generation. The difference between him and the players was massive. Many young centre-backs are often rash, letting occasions get the better of them. However, this is not something that phases William Saliba. When he does need to commit himself, William Saliba reads the game to a mature level, often successfully stepping up to intercept a pass into a striker's feet. It is no secret that Mikel Arteta favours centre-backs who are good with their feet. His Arsenal side attempts to play out from the back at every opportunity, sometimes to their own detriment. If William Saliba is integrated next season, he will have no problems fitting in with Arteta's defensive build-up. So it looks like Saliba's impressive displays in the south of France even earned him Nice's Player of the Month for January, and he will be hoping his fine form can land in Mikel Arteta's plans next season. So you have to wait and see how William Saliba will be integrated next season, and he will probably be the ideal candidate to replace David Luiz. So this nicely takes us on to the second piece of transfer news, which states that Matteo Guendouzi's stance on Arsenal's future after fresh transfer interest. So the reports are stating that Arsenal lonely Matteo Guendouzi's future is under doubts ahead of the transfer window. Matteo Guendouzi could be leaving Arsenal yet again this summer transfer window after being loaned out to Hertha Berlin last year, and Marseille have registered an interest. Arsenal star Matteo Guendouzi is wanted by Marseille in the summer transfer window, with a permanent move to Hertha Berlin looking unlikely. The Frenchman fell out of favour under Mikel Arteta after several disciplinary problems. One incident saw him grab Brighton star Neil Maupay by the throat, and that was a last straw for the Gunners coach, and he has not played for the club since. On deadline day, Hertha Berlin snapped up the midfielder for the rest of the season on a loan deal, and he has impressed. But a permanent move remains unlikely, with the Bundesliga outfit looking at other targets, while Guendouzi would cost too much. However, Marseille have registered an interest with their star midfielder Boubacar Kamara looking to leave in the summer. The Ligue 1 outfit believed that Arsenal ace would be an ideal replacement, but they are also not prepared to sign him on a permanent basis. Instead, they want to land Matteo Guendouzi on another loan deal for 1 year, but there could be problems according to La Providence via Sport Witness. The former Lorient man knows that as long as Arteta is in charge, he has no future at Arsenal. But the 22-year-old is happy to leave if it means more first-team football. But he does not want to spend another season out of European competitions, which leaves Marseille in a precarious situation. Marseille are in 5th in the table and are too far behind 4th place Lyon to trouble them. So it means the Orange Velodrome outfit will have to do all they can to convince Matteo Guendouzi to sign. As for Arsenal, their top priority in the summer transfer window is to tie Martin Ødegaard down to a permanent deal. The Norway international signed for Real Madrid in January and has impressed Mikel Arteta with his technique and temperament. So Mikel Arteta may sell Matteo Guendouzi in order to sign Martin Ødegaard, who has been valued at £50 million by Real Madrid, but he could be reduced given the circumstances and he could get in on a cheaper deal, but it all depends on what Martin Ødegaard's mindset is. But in terms of Matteo Guendouzi and his stance on Arsenal futures after fresh transfer interest, he is someone that's going into the final year of his Arsenal contract. We all know his discipline. It was very shocking last season. That's why he was sent out on loan. The incident with Maupay was just embarrassing as an Arsenal fan. And an Arsenal player, you should have more discipline, more dignity, more pride and respect from other players, and that's something that Matteo Guendouzi lacked. But in terms of his time at Hertha Berlin, there were some issues where he had with his discipline as well, but it looks like they are more unhappy with Matteo Guendouzi's discipline. But he is someone that has returned to Arsenal after catching an injury at Hertha Berlin, which ruled him out for the end of the season. So Matteo Guendouzi is someone which we have to wait and see. Would he return to the Gunners? Would you give him another opportunity? We'll have to wait and see. What does Mikel Arteta have in his mindset? I think we need a massive shift in the midfield, in my opinion. So you have to wait and see what happens. But other than that, guys, remain blessed. Stay tuned for the next video, and peace.